Thor. Do you want to punch his head off? Hi everybody, welcome to this week's Ghetto vlog. I'm making a very early start this week because there's a lot to get through. First thing tomorrow morning, I'm flying to Leicester to go and take a look at Kev's game room once again. He's added so many games since I last visited and he's got big plans for an extension. You guys might well have already seen that on what would have been Wednesday's video. There's so much going on and so many projects I'm working on right now. I don't know how the schedule is, but that's probably going to have been the video you guys would have seen this week. So I'm really excited to go there. And whilst I'm in Leicester, obviously I've got to go on a game hunt, right? So that's all going to be coming on this vlog. That's the reason the top has been taken off this, because that's with Kev to get finished, because it just needed another bit of vinyl putting on it. So hopefully we'll get that back this week, get that unit locked in and finalised. I've also got to take Mini Ghetto to a couple of places this week, so you know I'm going to find the CX and charity shops wherever we end up visiting. There's a few things in here I need to get figured out. We need to find out where the standee's going and a couple of other jobs. So yeah, loads to be cracking on with. But before we get into any of that, I had this arrive this morning, so let's open this parcel, see what we've got. Right, okay, as I say, this has literally just arrived, like moments before I started recording. So this was sent out by Brad. Brad reached out to me on Instagram. He sent me a picture of this game and he said, have you ever played this? I can't get on with it, it's not for me. I just said no, and before I had a chance to sort of look into it, look at the game or anything like that, he sent me a picture, like a screenshot of the fact he'd sent it to me. I mean, that's just Brad all over. He's a top guy, very generous. So yeah, massive shout out to Brad for sending this. Knowing Brad, there's more than that in here because it's quite a big heavy box for just this game, which is on top. So that game is, I hope I'm pronunciating this correctly, Aka-R I'm going with. Released in February of this year, this action game, developed by Llamasoft and published by Atari, contains both shooter and tower defense elements. Originally, this was an unreleased prototype which dates back to 1982 but was never publicly released, and it's sort of like you play as a fixed shooter from what I can see. I've had a quick look at some of the video online without going into too much depth. I don't know if it's going to be for me either. I've seen some of the video of it. I'm definitely intrigued to try it out because, yeah, it doesn't look like anything I've ever played before. It definitely, you can see that it's a throwback to very early sort of gaming and, like you say, 1982 where its roots are. A lot of the reviews for this one are generally quite favourable. Hardcore Gamer said it's an absolutely fantastic shooter. Eurogamer said that it's an elegant game that turns chaos into choreography. Another review that I looked at said it might be too bizarre for some people and too poorly explained for others, which might well be Brad's experience, right? Hence him passing it on to me. So let me know in the comment section if you've had any experience with this one, because it does seem to polarize people, certainly on the reviews that I looked at. It says on the back, Jeff Minter's modern take on a scrapped project from the 1980s, providing players with a fast-paced, addictive arcade shooter experience and psychedelic visuals. Protect your life rings as you chain together combos and go for a high score. So yeah, I mean, you guys know I love a big box right in the sleeve, so it's right on my street straight away. But let's see what we get in here. Wow, it said psychedelic. Got some serious box art there. Look at that. And then it comes with a few goodies. So we have got stickers. I'm thinking I need to sticker blast something in here, right? I get so many stickers with things that I just never know what to do with. I need to find like a little corner somewhere hidden out of the way that I can just fill with stickers. Oh, this is cool. So these are like what appear to be cardboard arcade cabinets, or how the game would have looked, right, as an arcade machine that you can make yourself. So it's pretty cool, like that. Yeah, so massive shout out to Brad for that. I don't know if this game is going to be for me, but it's definitely one that I'm intrigued to experience for myself. And let's see if there's anything else in this box. There is, because I can feel a bit of weight. Right, okay, so we've got two things in here, I think. Okay, oh nice. So I am a big fan of early Nintendo toys. This is 1989. So this is like old school Luigi. Now if I'm gonna get like Nintendo toys and little trinkets for the room, the earlier the better. I really like this, yeah. Brad knows me well. 1989, that'll be finding pride of place within the room. There's also a little Spyro the Dragon here. Like maybe we'll go on the PlayStation shelf. If not, that'll be going into Mini Ghetto. And Brad does know me well. Yes. So from, what year is this? Hasn't got a year on it, unfortunately. Made exclusively for the Walt Disney Company. Made in England. Look at this. This is definitely an OG. So this is from Hercules. Big Disney Hercules fan. Yeah, man. Shout out to Brad for all the goodies. It's much appreciated, my friend. Yeah, man. Delighted with that. What a great start to the vlog. Like I said, I've got a crack on. There's loads to be getting on with. I've got loads of jobs that I need to get done today. Real world stuff, main house stuff. And hopefully I'm going to find a bit of time this evening to get back into Spider-Man because I'm still really enjoying playing that. I think I'm about 40% through the main storyline. I'm trying not to get too bogged down with like side missions and collectibles and that kind of thing. But yeah, really enjoying it. So hopefully I'm going to get a bit of time to put a few hours into that tonight. So I'll check back in with you guys in a bit. Okay, so many hours later. And it's time. Well, as much as I'm enjoying myself, I'll best call it a night. I got a very early start. Next time you see me, we'll be in Leicester, in Kev's game room. Until then. In a bit. So you guys might remember the secondary room, which has been dubbed the GameCube room. You any closer to finishing this set?
Yeah.
What have you added?
Flushed away a couple of Turtles games.
Oh yeah, I remember. I was with you when
Yeah,
you got them.
you were. I don't know which one I got from
Old school gaming, wasn't it?
that one.
Yeah. So how many short are you now?
I think it's something about 5 or 6.
No, you're not far off then.
Yeah, the big hitters.
The heavy ones. Have you got that? Was it Micro Racers?
Gadget racers.
Gadget Racers, yeah, that's the one. You still need that.
Yeah. So if anyone wants to donate it.
To me. So you're saying this is all going to be going into the games room once it's been extended, yeah? So this whole room is going to become something different.
Anything GameCube related or computer game related.
Yeah, so you got all the GameCube stuff in there still. And you're saying you got another one of these to go on the other side of the Xbox kiosk. So you can have one either side. And just like the last one, you're going to fill all these up. And you're talking about putting lights in here as well, yeah? That make like a green backlit. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Yeah, man. You might be like me. I like to have everything in one place. I like to have all my collection on the one roof so I can sort of sit back and survey it all.
I like having the GameCube there.
Yeah.
But I'm in the minority of liking the GameCube there. That's not necessarily the most expensive game, though.
No, it looks good though, sleeve covering that. They had one of these in my local the other day.
Like this, they'll appreciate this. An eBay purchase, got sent in a plastic bag.
Oh no! Oh no!
Destroyed the cord.
In this like Japanese baseball
Yeah,
team
yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
And it got sent from Japan or?
No, from UK.
I was going to say because
but it was literally
Japanese
sent
are usually known for
in a
good
black
packaging.
bin liner.
That's ridiculous. I mean, who would own that doesn't know to package it right?
Yeah,
it's
well,
just bizarre, isn't it?
It gutted me.
Did they refund you?
Yeah, yeah, they did. But I was more bothered.
Yeah, 'cause it's not an
30
easy thing to
years
find. Yeah.
of history had been knackered.
Is that the one that's in here?
Yeah. I would love to have had the box on display, but I'm so. I'm not over it yet.
Should we go over it? So you're changing the lights? So the LEDs, yeah?
Yeah.
Around the perimeter.
Where it's
Where did you get that idea from? I've seen quite a few people having this recently.
It's been around for years, mate.
That clock as well, that clock's decent. I've not seen one of them before.
No, the bigger ones are not so common. It's the little ones.
Not like the little Master Chiefs, you mean?
Where's my...
So you're doing something with the lights? Because the lights look perfect to me. You can't see any bulbs in them.
Yeah. So
how could they be better?
So you've got static colour and it just kind of slowly changes.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing changes.
Right.
So the new LEDs, I don't know much about them.
Right, but you can have
they can just...
different colours in one strip.
Yeah.
See, I'm a simple man. I like one colour. personally. I just have it on white because I'm boring. But
So the company that's doing it, In Style LED, a good friend of mine, known him since I was 3. But yeah, where it just changes to you can have it like wave and stuff.
yeah. You can set them to music as well, can't you?
I don't know.
You can do it like even to your TV. So you know, like the colours you open on the TV and the noise that comes from it can be translated to the lights.
So this is all on.
Oh, it's all linked up to the circuit. So you've got it on the same thing. So the centre console, I like that.
But I can have it.
Mine don't do that, Kev.
It will do. You've got the same remote.
Ah. Nice. Right, and guys, we're going to do a giveaway. So you guys will know I've got a Mega Drive light. Mine lights up. This one doesn't light up. This was the original prototype, but it's still a really nice looking Mega Drive sign, and it's actually one of a kind. So we're going to do this as a giveaway to one of you good people. At the end of this video, I'll let you know how you can win this. It's raised, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, it's really nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, so stay tuned to this video. We'll be giving this away. Details coming at the end. Right, so fresh from visiting Kev's games room, I've convinced him to come with me to Leicester. He's delighted about it, because, you know, I think he said something about not buying any more games before Christmas, so we'll see how that works out. But yeah, I'm heading to Game Shack, of course. At the moment, I don't know what's going to be Wednesday's video, what's going to be on the vlog. You guys will know more than me at this point already, but we've also got CX to check out whilst we're here, so I'm sure I'll find some games anyway, even if this miserable old man don't. Seen this place before. The Ultra.
Might not notice it, but I'm on a diet.
Right, so Kev's not buying video games and he's on the diet. Looks good, doesn't it, mate?
They look disgusting.
It's horrible.
They
The
all
pistachio one.
they all look disgusting.
Oh, horrible. Horrible. Let's have a salad. Before we go, we've got to go to CX whilst we're here, right? There's 2 CXs, isn't there? Yeah? The other one's massive. Well worth the trip. Right, let's go and check. Okay, straight to the PS3 section. This is like my standard. Let's see what red spines we can find. We have a Kev in his natural habitat, quietly stalking PS Vita games. Will he be leaving with one or more? Kev's found his life-size figure for the games room. That's official, that. Look at that. It's a proper Marvel job. Where have you bought me, Kev?
This is the Haymarket.
Haymarket.
This is like the original shopping centre.
Yeah, okay, so as much as I was criticising that small CEX, we actually both bought stuff from there. What did you get, Kev?
2 shadows of war. 2 shadows. Well, no, I don't know if that's a difference. Shadow of War and Shadow of Mordor.
Both steelbooks, £3 each. Can't grumble at that.
Mint.
And I got a rare, I'd say rare, there's only 2 more in stock now. PS3 collector's edition, like a trilogy. I'll show you all my stuff when we get back, because yeah, got quite a few bits now. But yeah, man, I think we're done now, aren't we, Kev? You done?
Yeah, home time.
Home time, let's go. Okay, so we're done in Leicester City Centre. Kev has bought me to, where are we? Beaumont Leys Shopping Centre. Looks lovely. Got Beaumont Market there. I think that's the highlight. And we're here because there's a CEX, and I love going to CEXs I've never been to before. Kev assures me he's not raided it. He's raided it. Let's go and have a look. Should we go in there first? Quick look in Age UK. Next door to CEX. Would be convenient. Not a single game. What is PS1 game? £10 bargain.
It's this thing as well, isn't it?
Well done, friend. I'm glad you bought me a cab.
Yeah,
Appreciate it, mate. All the retro.
That's like some. This is all like Nintendo.
Will you get out of here, Kev?
Everything else.
Yeah.
And then there's some like Mega Drive.
Yeah, there's some nice retro. Oh, there's the expensive one.
Do you need that?
No.
You said there was some more
There's
Mega
another
Drive.
one I can grab after.
Oh, okay. In case we run out.
To be fair with you, mate, you don't.
Some
normally
places
let
don't.
you-
This is so
Some
many.
places don't even let you go near the stuff, do they?
It's only because you're with me that she's letting you.
Is that right? Because you know you can't run. Here we go. Here's your classics that you're on about.
Well, none of them will have manuals.
Oh, you've already been checked. Let's put that to the test. It's like you've been here before. Right, spent all my vouchers. I'm actually quite impressed with Beaumont Leys CX, I'm not going to lie. I think we timed it right, didn't we? We got there and I'm taking all those collector's editions.
The amount of stuff that comes in and out of that place that's in my game room.
It's an untapped resource until now. No. That's it now. The secret's out, Kev. Beaumont Leys. Right, okay, so I'm back from Leicester and what a great day it was. Like I say, I've been not housebound, but I've been in the house a lot the last couple of weeks since Mini Ghetto was born. Obviously, it's a magical time, but I think I was ready to get back out. Do you know what I mean? Go on a bit of a lads' day out, have that banter, and do what I enjoy doing, right? Hunting video games with friends and like-minded people. And yeah, today was definitely like came at the right time. I really enjoyed it. Shout out to Kev for the hospitality. Hopefully, you guys saw Wednesday's video. So that's what I was doing last night. So full disclosure, it's now the next day. Last night I got home, started editing, looking at Kev's game room tour and all his new stuff, of which there's a lot, right? You'll know if you've seen the video. But we both bought a lot of games yesterday. I'm getting so confused. There's so much game hunting going on. We both bought a lot of games yesterday as well. So yeah, so I'll go through everything that I picked up. We're going to start with the generosity of Kev. He gave me this. You might have picked up on that on Wednesday's video. I was looking at Phantom 2040 in his collection, and I mentioned how it's one I've been after, and he said, I think I might actually have a duplicate of it, because this one has no manual. I think I saw Jim over at Jim Corbana pick this up recently. I think he did a CX lottery with this one. And as soon as I saw it, I thought, yeah, that's one that I'm interested in. So yeah, very kind of Kev to give me that. It's much appreciated. The reason this sort of perks my interest is actually regarded as being one of the better licensed 16-bit era games. So this is sort of based on what was originally a comic book, I believe, and then it had a very short run as a TV animated series. Completely passed me by. It wasn't something that I ever saw as a child growing up. This was released in 1995, and whilst it's billed as an action-adventure platformer, it does have quite a lot of Metroidvania elements, and some of the reviews I looked at actually likened it to Super Metroid, which is high praise indeed, right? I'm not expecting it to be as good as that, but even if it can be uttered in the same breath, I'm more than happy with that. There's different branching paths with this one as well, and you can actually have over 20 different endings, which is crazy for what was a 16-bit cartridge, right? So yeah, just very, very happy to be adding this to my collection. You guys know I love adding Mega Drive, you guys know I love having Blue Spines, and yeah, very generous of Kev to gift this one to me, and that'll be taking pride of place on the shelf. So yeah, man, really happy with that. And Kev was saying he didn't want to go out, right? After I filmed there, he said, no, I'm not coming out. Build up to Christmas. I bought a lot of games, which is, you know, that's inevitable, right? But I convinced him to come with me. So the first stop we went to was the big CEX. And yeah, I did pretty well in there, to be fair. The first game that I picked up was just a PS3's Essential. So this is Assassin's Creed, just the standard first Assassin's Creed. I think this is the last one I needed for my Essential set. I think I've already got 2, 3, Brotherhood. I mean, there were so many Assassin's Creed games released in and around this era, right? But I think there's just 4 on the Essentials range, so that should be all of them in my set. So yeah, happy to have added that for what was just £1.50. And then Kev picked this one up and he put it back because of the condition. So I swooped, I was like an eagle, right? I saw it, I thought, yeah, I'm having that. And that is Devil May Cry 3 Dante's Awakening. But, I mean, you guys know why I bought this, right? Slipcover. I love a slipcover on any game for any console. But PS2, I don't know what it is. I think it's because there's not that many. And it's getting harder and harder to find them, especially out and about in the wild for standard price. I mean, just £4 at CEX. And the damage isn't too bad. It's a little bit yellowed. I'll have a go at trying to wipe it a little bit, but yeah, man, I was more than happy to be adding that to my collection. And that's another nice slipcover for my PS2 set. So yeah, for £4, I was very happy to be leaving with that one. And then from there, we went to, so we also went to Game Shack. Obviously, if you're in Leicester, you have to go to Super Game Shack, right? It's just a fantastic video game store. That's going to be probably next Wednesday's video. There's so much to get through this week that the vlog would be about 2 hours long if I included all the Game Shack footage and all the pickups I got from there as well. So that'll be coming very soon to the channel, so keep it locked for that. But we then went to a smaller CEX. The other CEX in Leicester City Centre is tiny. Like, it's one of them ones that's more mobile phones, but if you peer behind the glass, you can just about see video games. And you guys would have seen on the footage that Kev was able to pick up the Shadow of Mordor, both of those, Shadow of Mordor and the other one, I forget what it's called now, but both of them for the Xbox One, Steelbooks for £3 each, so he did really well. I probably would have picked those up if I'd seen them. But I peered through the glass and I saw this, so it was another like sleeve cover, and I thought, you don't see that very often, so I asked to see it, and that is the Call of Duty Modern Warfare Trilogy. So as you can see, this was £15. Originally, I wasn't sure. I wanted it because I'd never seen it before, and I love buying things like this for my collection. But it has got a little bit of denting, as you can see on the spine. Obviously, the spine's what's on show, but I think to myself, well, I can try and iron that out. And once I looked online, there's hardly any of these left in the country. So it includes Modern Warfare 3, and it's got the Call of Duty Modern Warfare collection in it, which is Modern Warfare 2 and 4. So over 2 discs, there's 3 different games, hence trilogy. But yeah, when I looked into it, there was just 2 in stock at CEX. Couple sold on eBay for £20 plus postage. So yeah, I thought I'm gonna have to pick it up, right? The front of it's in really nice condition. Like I say, it's just that little bit of dent into the sleeve. So I was very happy to leave with that. These kind of things are what's going up in value. A few years back, I had the opportunity to buy a similar trilogy, the Killzone trilogy, in a box like this. It was in CX, I think it was like £17. The condition wasn't great, so I left it. That's now selling for like 40, 50, 60 quid, and I'm kicking myself every day that I didn't buy it. So anything like this, I'm not leaving it behind again. I'm definitely grabbing these when I see them. And yeah, so from there, that was it. It was pretty much done. We got the stuff from there. I got my pickups that I got at Super Game Shack, which you'll be seeing soon. And I was done. I'd spent money. I was happy with my day out. But then on the way back, I said to Kev, like, what's your local CEX? Is there one between here and your house? And he's like, yeah, Beaumont Leys. So you've seen the footage. We went to Beaumont Leys, Leicester, CEX. I wasn't expecting much. Boy, was I wrong. We must have timed it right or wrong if you're my bank card. Because we got there, and behind the counter there was loads of collector's editions. They'd only just come in. They hadn't had the prices or stickers put on them or anything like that. So I was sort of asking about a few and was looking at different ones. And the first one that I bought, I was so glad to find, because I think I was with Kev once upon a time and he found this in CEX. And it's cheap at just £20 and he bought it. And I remember thinking I'd have had that if I'd seen it first, because it seems like a lot of collector's edition for your money. So when I saw it in good condition for just £20, yeah, I was always going to buy it. And that is Duke Nukem Forever, the Balls of Steel edition. So this was a 2011 first-person shooter developed by Gearbox Software, and you play as Duke as he comes out of retirement to once again battle an alien invasion. This game was famously in development hell. It took over 14 years to get released and went through multiple different developers in that time, and as a result, once it did get released, it had generally poor reviews, but I already own this game. It's not an expensive game, it's a couple of quid, but I didn't buy it for the game, right? I bought it for how cool it looks, that statue. I've not even opened this. So we'll open it now and have a good look at it. But yeah, that's why I paid the money, because it's just going to look so good on display, especially with that cool statue on the front. And these are the kind of collector's editions that are the perfect size for me. I can't be buying these massive boxes. But you know the ones that are like similar height to games? That you can display on the shelf nicely? They're the ones that I really want, right? That can go on the same shelf as a game, basically. I'm struggling to get in here. It's one of them sort of like strange flaps, you know, you get on the reverse side of a Super Nintendo game, where it just don't want you to open it via that method, and I'm really trying not to damage the box. So we might have to do a little cut here while I faff about with this. Has this game never been opened or what? Because I cannot get into this for the life of me without damaging it. What is going on? But just so you can be aware, so see these kind of flaps like this that have like that indent? This part of it is like behind the cardboard, so without just pulling it apart and ripping it, I'm genuinely struggling to get in. Right, that took way longer than I'd care to admit. I managed to hook it round. I don't know if it's ever been opened. No, I don't think it has. The game's sealed. That's why it was so difficult to get into. No one's ever opened this before. I didn't know all this. I thought it was in good condition, but yeah, let's take a look at everything that you get then. Crazy, right? What was this, 2011? It looks like it's never been opened in all that time. Okay, so we've got the game sealed, as I say, so that's nice. And then we've got a Duke Nukem Forever. What is this? It's like a cut-out thing where you can like make a cardboard version of him. Won't be doing that. Then what we got? What looks like a Duke Nukem Forever comic book. So that's pretty cool. Nice artwork. Yeah, I like that. Duke Nukem lends himself to sort of comic books, right? That kind of OTT 90s sort of like real alpha male type, right? It's like a throwback to sort of late 80s, early 90s action movies. Cheesy 90s one-liners, that kind of thing. But yeah, that's cool. There's quite a few bits in here. An art book. Is it an art book? No, it's a series of postcards. You guys know I love my postcards. I've got more postcards than a seaside tat shop. Right, I've got a Duke Nukem sticker. That's showing its age, look, even though it's not come out of the box. It's got a bit yellow. And then we've got History, Legacy and Legend. I've got the Certificate of Authenticity because these are getting faked in their thousands. It's £20 collector's edition. I don't think we needed the authenticity certificate. But yeah, then we've got an art book. So there's a lot in here. A lot of bang for your buck, right? And then the main event, right? Which is, of course, the statue. I'm not going to bother taking it out because it's got a bit of sellotape on it. And it doesn't need to come out because the way you display it with that window on the box. It's quite a nice heavy-duty statue. It's almost like a paperweight. I really like that. I love this collector's edition. So I admired it from afar previously. I think for 20 quid, I think that's an absolute bargain, especially in this condition, never been opened, still sealed. And thankfully I have managed to get it open without doing too much damage, but on this vlog, hopefully we'll do a little montage, get everything put away, and I'm going to display some of the new 360 stuff and get that incorporated into that display there. And yeah, man, really happy with that. So it wasn't just that I bought from the Beaumont Lee CEX. I did something I never envisaged I would do. I spent £38 on a 360 game. I never thought I'd do that. Hold on, sorry. There's more stuff in this Duke Nukem I've missed out. There's like it just caught my eye now. There's like a whole little gambling section here built in. So you've got a little mini deck of cards, sealed, 2 dice, and what looks like sort of casino chips as well. So yeah, even more bang for my buck. Anyway, so £38 on a 360 game. Never envisaged that would happen. It's a real impulse purchase, but I saw it. This is a steelbook version, hence the price. And I fell in love with it. Like, I'm not even the biggest fan of the franchise. I admire it from afar and the artwork, and I've watched a bit of it with Little Man, but once I saw this, I don't know, you know, like when you just have them moments where it's like, yeah, I'm not really an impulse purchase kind of guy at this time in my life, right? I've been on too many game hunts to get caught up in things and then get home and think, oh, why did I spend my money on that? Like, I don't need stuff, right? I've got a room full of stuff. But this, I don't know, it just called to me and I knew I'd regret it if I didn't buy it. Let me put it the right way around first, because I took it out of the box earlier. Okay, so that is Dragon Ball Raging Blast, the limited edition. So this was sat sort of like behind the counter, and I said, oh, can I have a look at that? Because I couldn't see what it was. I just knew I didn't own it, right? I didn't recognise the spine. And then as soon as I pulled the sleeve off, and I saw this, I don't know if it's coming through on camera, you might be able to see overlay shots. I saw that, and then I turned it around and saw that. I mean, look at that artwork. Absolutely stunning. I say it might not be coming through on camera. Genuinely one of the nicest steelbooks I've ever seen. And then inside, it's got a double disc, so it's got the collector's edition. What does it come with? It's the soundtrack. So you've got the game, collector's edition soundtrack, obviously the manual, Xbox Live, blah, blah, blah. But it also obviously comes with the sleeve. And then you've got the art book. So the Dragon Ball Raging Blast art book. Absolutely beautiful art book, this. I mean, if you're a fan of Dragon Ball Z and you've got an Xbox 360 collection, you owe it to yourself to have this. I had a quick look. This, I think there's ones on eBay for like £99. I'm not saying it sells for that. I'll try and put up examples of sold listings on eBay now. But it's not cheap, and it's certainly uncommon. I think there's only 2 in stock at CEX. And I'd be very surprised if they're in as good condition as this. This is in beautiful condition. The steelbook's not got a mark on it. I think I'd probably display it that way. As much as I like that, and you would assume that's the sort of like the standard front cover, I just think that matches my room better in the green and blue. And yeah, like I say, I just fell in love with it. So this is Dragon Ball Raging Blast. So the game itself was developed by Spike in 2009, and it's a cel-shaded 3D fighter. It's not a particularly cheap 360 game anyway. It costs £6, and the second version is £10, I believe. So yeah, as far as 360 games go, there is a little bit of value in it anyway. I bought it purely for the aesthetics and how much I love this physical copy. But as soon as I heard one-on-one fighter and cel-shaded, I thought this might actually be one I enjoy. So this is definitely one I'm going to throw on the Xbox 360 kiosk and try out very soon, hopefully on this vlog, so I can give you guys my thoughts. But yeah, like I say, not a cheap trip by any stretch of the imagination, but really happy with what I got. Like I say, it was just came at the perfect time. I was ready to sort of go on a hunt like this, and it also reignited my love for CEX hunting, because whilst the PS3 Essentials has helped me with that as well, it's kept me motivated to go to CEX stores in different parts of the country, because I'm more likely to find a PS3 Essential than I am a Super Nintendo game that I need, right? This trip, finding all these weird random things, steelbooks and like collector's editions and like sleeve covers for the standard price, this is what CEX hunting is all about. In many ways, this was the ultimate CEX hunt, because yeah, that's what it's all about for me, is the going in and not knowing what you're going to find and leaving with something that either you didn't know existed, like this, or a sort of sleeve cover or a special edition or something at the standard price. That's what it's all about for me. And yeah, this trip really ignited my passion for that. And also, as I say, I came away with some real nice stuff from Game Shack, so we'll be showing that on the channel as well. But yeah, man, just a fantastic day all round. Massive shout out to Kev for his hospitality. And now I'm heading out as well. We've got some other stuff to do today, but I'm hoping to also pop into my locals, so go to the charity shops and of course my local CEX. So yeah, next time you see me, I'm already doing some more hunting in a bit. Morning all. So today I'm about to nip into the locals, so you know the drill, CEX charity shops. It's rude not to, right? Let's go and take a look. Doing in the charity shops today, but I did grab this from Crack Converters. Clash of the Titans, surprised I don't already own it. You guys know I love my mythology, I like the original movie, the remake's okay. But yeah, £2, which is actually £1 cheaper than the CX sell it for. I am actually going to play this one as well. This is one that I'm intrigued by. I'm not expecting, you know, Game of the Year or anything like that, but yeah, definitely one I'm interested in seeing how it adapts to the movie version. So yeah, not a bad buy for $1.99, and now we're going to go to CEX. Recent video, we went to Kev's house. I want this game here, Chicky Chicky Boys on the Mega Drive. Sadly, this one's got no manual, so what goes on for that one? Let's see what else are on the shelves. Are these for me?
They're for you, mate.
Where do these come from?
They're from a nice chap. No, it's called Matt.
Yeah?
And he donated them, mate. So I've kept them aside for a couple of weeks for you. So you enjoy them, mate.
Well, shout out to Matt. If you're watching, much appreciated, my friend. Okay, as you can see, back from the locals once again, and here's what I picked up from my short trip out. So you guys saw, I picked up Clash of the Titans for the 360. This was £1 cheaper than what CX sell it for in Crack Converters, and let me just double check, but I'm sure I don't already own this game. No, which surprises me, because I say I'm a fan of the franchise, fan of the mythology, so yeah, just intrigued by this one. So we'll get to that one day. And then, got to give a shout out to Matt. I got to CEX, you saw in the footage, Minesh passed me this and Tekken. I actually already own them both. Minesh said, look, if you already have them, just trade them in. I bought this one home because it's sealed, right? So I'll swap mine for a nice sealed one. Tekken was traded in towards this pile of essentials here. Once again, massive shout out to Matt. Hopefully I'll see you in person one day, my friend, and I can thank you properly. But yeah, 2 essentials. He knows I'm going for the full set. Very, very kind of him. And that allowed me to pick up these games from CEX for my collection. So we have got Rayman Origins, the Lego movie video game. Loads of Lego games came out in this era, right? And there's so many that got essentials releases as well that thankfully I took a photo recently of all my essentials games, so now I can sort of like cross-reference it when I go to CEX to make sure I'm not duplicating or missing out on any games. So yeah, Lego movie game, Star Wars The Force Unleashed 2, and Dark Souls. Now, I was unsure about whether to pick this one up because I thought I already owned it. But you can see what I own is Dark Souls Game of the Year. No, Prepare to Die, sorry. Prepare to Die edition. So it basically comes with DLC and whatnot. But obviously with me going for a full set, I need all of the games, and it is a different game, a different sleeve. So yeah, I added that one to the set as well. So yeah, with the help of Matt, I've added 4 more games to my Essentials collection, and a nice sealed one that's going to be getting a replacement as well. So yeah, massive shout out to Matt and Manesh, of course, at my local CX branch. But as you all have seen, there's been a big delivery. So the topper is here. We're now 100% ready to get this locked in. That can now be put on here. We're going to get this tape off, get it locked in. And we've got quite a few other jobs that we need to be cracking on with in this room as well as a growing pile, or piles, should I say, of games. There's a lot of games in this room, all of which need putting away. So let's crack on with that. Now that just leaves Xbox 360, but we'll get to that in a moment. So PS3 has now exceeded a shelf. We've had to encroach on another one. PS3 generally is getting a bit overcrowded, so I've had to do a bit of rearranging. I had to move out a couple of big box games here, which has enabled me to get Kratos Sackboy and Mini Kratos Sackboy at home again. So what I've done is sort of incorporated some big box PS3 stuff into this shelf down here, which didn't have anything on it. The Ultimate Trilogy Edition, it sticks out a little bit, but because it's on the end of a row, I can live with it. And I really wanted to get this one with the cover art facing outwards. I love this God of War Trilogy Edition. It's become quite a hard one to find, that one. So they're all good down there, and that has allowed me a bit more space here. But obviously we've got to reevaluate because there's no space now, and there's still a lot more PS3 Essentials to get. So what I'll probably do over time is have all of this red, potentially, and move all these somewhere else. But that's for another day. Right now I can enjoy the fact that they actually fit. And that's pretty much it. Down here, got the cardboard PS2, as you've seen, that's all good. The only other thing I could potentially do is incorporate some of this PS3 stuff here down onto that new shelf as well, but we'll look at that another day. As I say, what it's time for now is Xbox 360, but it's going to take quite a bit of effort, this one, because yeah, I want to integrate a bigger box game. I'd like to put this forward facing, show off that fantastic steelbook, and I think I said on last week's vlog, as amazing as this area looks, every time you move one thing, it's like a real domino effect. Everything has to be moved. So yeah, it's going to take a bit of time, but I think it's going to be worth it. So let's crack on with this. Right, that's just the changes that I needed to make just to get one standard game in. So just to get, where are we? Crash of the Titans in, that's how many changes I had to make. Equally, there was a couple of things that people pointed out to me last week in the comment section. Shout out to you, that I put in the wrong way around. There's a Pro Evo, and Jericho was put in the wrong place. So shout out for those of you that are watching and noticed. So yeah, that's how long it takes to just make one small change, but I've still got to integrate Need for Speed Shift and these. So now it's going to get really interesting because yeah, we've got to make some big changes now. Okay, so I tried to make it as pain-free on myself as possible, rather than putting Duke Nukem in with the Ds, because theoretically I could have put Duke Nukem up here, because there's no special editions on the shelf. I do think it's nice to have one complete shelf of just games. So by putting him there and Dragon Ball on the same shelf, it didn't make the move around too difficult. Just had to kind of drop the sleeve cover 360 games down here, which also allowed me to get Red Dead Redemption sleeve cover back on display. So yeah, all the things that I want on display now are pretty much on display in this area. It's a bit of a mess down there because that's where I put my Ryu statue, so he'll be going back there to cover that. But yeah, happy with that. And now that all of the games have been put away, I can set my sights to finally getting this shelf topper completed and finished. Okay, so this beautiful thing is out of its packaging once more. And in case you didn't know, last week on the vlog we added this to complete the shelf topper. However, there was a bit of light bleed. It hadn't had the correct film put on it to stop the light coming through. So Kev kindly got all that done and sent back to me within like a day. I mean, yeah, just top service. But that's all done now, so it's just simply a case of me removing all of this double-sided red tape that you can see, lining it up, putting it on. Chef's kiss. Okay, so all of the backing of the tape's off. It's now time to lay it on. Like before, you only get one shot at this. Once it sticks, it's stuck. So yeah, I've got to get this right. I think I've nailed it. It's stuck there. Yeah, man. Guys, you know the drill. Once we make all the changes, we do a big deep clean and get it looking better than ever. Let's go. Okay, so the room is looking fresh and clean, and that is almost gonna do it for this week's Ghetto vlog. We never got around to housing the San Andreas standee here, so that's something I'm gonna think about and we'll look at next week, as well as all the other usual shenanigans that I've got planned. Before I get out of here though, we've got to do the giveaway for that fantastic Mega Drive sign that was kindly donated by Kev that we saw on Kev's Games Room. To be in with a chance of winning that, all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed, like the video, and comment below what you think my favourite Christmas song is. For everyone that guesses it right, I'll put you in a draw on next week's vlog. We'll pull it out and you'll win. Unless just one person gets it, then they'll win. If nobody gets it, we'll do a rollover. But yeah, guess down below my favourite Christmas song, and you could be in the chance of winning that one-of-a-kind fantastic Mega Drive sign for your own collection, or to do whatever it is that you want to do with it. So yeah, it's a great prize, and yeah, good luck to everybody. But what a great week, right? I think this week was a perfect balance for me between spending great time with the family, the new addition to the family, but also getting that time to go out and hunt with friends. And yeah, I've added some amazing games. The games room's looking better than ever, and yeah, I just couldn't be happier. If you're not already subscribed, please consider doing so. We are this close now to 10k, so your subscription makes a big difference. We're almost there, guys. So yeah, I'd appreciate it if you're not already subscribed. Make sure as well, keep it locked and look out for Wednesday's video, because we've got all the footage from the fantastic Super Game Shack, as well as more pickups that I got there, both modern and retro. So keep it locked for Wednesday for that one dropping. But as always, thank you very much for watching. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Play your games, keep it retro. I'll see you in a bit. Take care. Before we go in, I've got you a gift. It's an empty box.
Thank you, Callum.
Don't get too excited.
Don't get too excited.
I'm so glad I've got that on camera.
Lock into the retro ghetto.